Bad Video Games is back. It returns with Rival Turf on the SNES. Been featuring the SNES quite a bit on the channel of late. So yeah, here we go. Rival Turf. Let's go with that dude. I think you can change characters whilst you play or when you die, that kind of thing. But yeah, anyway, Rival Turf. I must have said Rival Turf 8 times already. I have played this game. I haven't played it for many, many years. And yeah, I played the American version of this back in the day. Now, as you can probably tell, I'm from the UK. I've always lived in the UK, but occasionally we had a friend who would bring around imports because his dad used to import video games. And we'd borrow his converter as well. Who remembers them? So you put the PAL cartridge in the back of the converter, the American cartridge in the front, and yeah, that's how you would get the game to work. And I just thought it was dreadful then. And this hasn't aged well. It's just a poor Final Fight or a Streets of Rage. I'm going to go Final Fight. A poor Final Fight clone. I have got the wiki page open for Rival Turf ! So we'll get to some reviews or the reception later on in the video. I loved games with exclamation marks. I can never say that word. Rival Turf! Does what it says on the tin, question mark. There you go, I'm adding question marks to my own sentences now. But yeah, it's about going through the streets and brawling and just... yeah, it's just a blatant Final Fight rip-off, isn't it? But it's not very good, guys. Now, it's not terrible, but it's just bad. There are some stinkers on the Bad Video Games playlist. Go check them out, guys. Check out the entire playlist, because it's hilarious. Some of the games on there are so bad. So it's not up there in the Hall of Greats of bads, but it still has to go on Bad Video Games and not Old School. It's just crept on to Bad Video Games. I was like, shall I feature it for Old School? And I'm like, no, because there isn't anything I like about the game. There just isn't. Because going back to our friend we had, he was a neighbour. My brother and I used to do a lot of co-op SNES gaming. So my brother Matt, big shout out to Matt. Growing up, we would borrow games from our own friends, if that makes any sense. I'm a bit older than Matt, so Matt would have his friends at school, I'd have my friends at school. But like, Matt had these cool friends who could bring over these American cartridges, and it's like one of them was Shadowrun. And that game blew me away. Again, I have featured that on Old School. Check out that playlist. But yeah, he brought over Shadowrun, this... what was the other game? I think it was Actraiser, the American cart. And yeah, like 2 really good games, and then this. A very long-winded way, guys, of saying that, yeah, out of the 3, this was the stinker. I like telling my stories and reminiscing on these Bad Video Games, Old School and retro football videos. That's what this channel, that's what these playlists are about. It's about reminiscing, so get in the replies, get in the comments below, give me your memories. Any SNES memories, any Mega Drive Genesis memories, just give us your memories. It doesn't have to be about Rival Turf. Look at the dude just staring at me. The punk dude who's sat on the bus. Oh, I'm bored. Even the music, right? With the SNES, I can usually say the game's not that good, but the music score is fantastic. Especially with the SNES's awesome audio sound chip. Not the case with this. The music's dreadful. That guy was just chilling. So, I mean, look how Final Fight this is. I wonder if it ever got a UK release, because again, I've only played the American version. But anyway, the wiki reception, or rather the wiki reviews section, when it comes to Rival Turf! There was only 2 reviews on there. Sorry, 3. Game Rankings, which gave it 48.25%. All Game, I don't remember that publication. They seem to crop up a lot with these old games on the Wikipedia. But anyway, they give it a 2 out of 5. And IGN, in a retrospective review, gave it a 4 out of 10. IGN rated Rival Turf a 4 out of 10, calling it an almost entirely forgettable beat-em-up with a boring premise, bland music, there you go, and partially broken gameplay, stiff animation, lacking a storyline, characters that have no personality, poor collision detection. It just goes on and on and on. I'm out of breath now. I thought I'm doing quite well though, guys. Playing, reading, doing all this all at the same time. I hope you are proud of me. Yeah, please let me know if you've played this brawler. I like to call these games brawlers. I like that everyone's got a name. That's cool. I always like that about these kind of games. I mean, this guy's like a dodgy M. Bison, isn't he? Well, that's what we knew him as in Street Fighter 2 here in the UK, or in the PAL versions. M. Bison. Wasn't he called Vega or Sega in the Japanese version? I know that's nothing to do with Rival Turf! Exclamation mark. But, yeah, names. Such a thing, wasn't it, in these brawlers? Skinny, that dude's called. There you go, bit of a wrestling move there. So, yeah, he looks like M. Bison, but he's supposed to be Mike Hagar in regards to his moveset. And that's the thing when it comes to the gameplay in this. The movesets are really bland. Like, there isn't a lot going on here at all. And sometimes you feel like your move isn't connecting. Oh my god, this boss is called Genie. And he is a genie. This is ridiculous. Oh my god, the music. I think even visually, it's poor for the SNES. Be interesting to find out if this was in the arcades. It's a Jalco game, I think. And I've played quite a few Jalco games in my time, and I'm sure I never liked their games. I mean, look. What game does that remind you of, guys? The City Stadium. In Japan, this game, by the way, was known as Rushing Beat. 1992. You can play this on the Switch as well, guys, with the Nintendo Switch Online service. Yeah, this is so boring. It's, like I say, it's not painfully bad. It's just really forgettable and boring. Okay. Usually I can find fun in these brawlers and play them for hours and just chill with them. I can't with this. I'm too bored. Like, I know I'm using the word boring a lot to describe my experience with this game, but it just is, guys. It is. Here's Cody, anyway. Or Flack, as he's known in this. I mean, there was a lot of developers around this era trying to rip off the better games. It was such a thing. Didn't we get a blatant Street Fighter 2 rip-off? Well, we did, didn't we? And I think Capcom... Dave and I have talked about this on the channel before. Big shout out to Dave if you are watching. There was like a lawsuit and stuff. I think Capcom lost the lawsuit. Or did they win it? Oh, I don't know. It's just so blatant, though. It's like, come on, try and come up with your own ideas if you're going to make a game. I mean, sure, make a brawler, but like introduce some gameplay mechanics which are original and some original characters. This is just like Cody. Just call him Cody, you may as well. But anyway, yeah, it's a quick look at Rival Turf. It's a bad video game. It deserves its place in the bad video games playlist. Again, let me know your thoughts if you have played this game. Look out for more content coming to the channel. I'll speak to you all soon.